Let's look at the active delay and the clear delay settings of an alarm you configure in Ignition. These are really important settings because they allow you to remove some nuisance alarms. Right now I'm editing the alarms for Rideable Float 1 tag, and I have two conditions, when I have a low and a high. So essentially it's a tank level, and if it falls below a certain threshold, I want to alarm. If it goes above a certain threshold, I want to alarm. So on my low, you can see that's going to go into alarm when the value is less than or equal to 10. So with tank levels and temperatures and various analog values, it's possible that the value might fall below that threshold for a brief amount of time. And we may not want to alarm on that and let operators know that it happened. So that's what the active delay and the clear delay settings allow us to filter out. Essentially, the active delay is a time in seconds before the alarm will be considered truly active. So if the value here is 0, as soon as it falls below 10, it's going to go into alarm. If I set this value here to, say, 5, the value has to be less than or equal to 10 for at least 5 seconds before it's considered active. And the same thing is also true for the clear, for when it goes back into a good state. Has to be at least in the good state for this amount of time for it to be considered clear. So you can set them to different settings or you can set them to the same. It's up to you. I'm going to set both of mine here to 5 seconds. So it has to be, for it to go active, has to be at least there for 5 seconds before it's considered active. As soon as I make those settings, I'm going to go and press OK. And I'm going to go set my Rideable Float to a good state. So I'm going to put it to a value of 56. If I expand my float 1, you'll see that the alert active, it's currently not active. So if I go and set it to a value of 5, which is below 10, you'll see that it's not active yet. It has to wait for at least 5 seconds. As you can see here, after 5 seconds, we will see the alert active go to true, and there it is. So let me just set it back to a good state here. So the active goes away. And again, it has to wait for 5 seconds for the clear to go happen. So now you can see it's back to clear. And so if I go and set it to a value of 5, and a second later I go and set it to a value of 54, you're going to see that the alarm never became active in Ignition. So essentially, the active and the clear delays allow us to filter out some alarms based on time.